Good morning from Hollywood Happening. This one is for Les Checkboard Journey, Marissa, Nathan, Hensley, and JJ. And this is some things that they can see in Santa Monica. Going to kind of show them some of the sights. We're going to walk down the pier. Because eventually they're going to head back out west. There's some different things to see in LA.
Now, as you walk down the Santa Monica Pier, you may recognize some of the sights and scenes from some of your favorite movies and television shows. Some of the movies that was filmed actually at the Santa Monica Pier included 1941, 1979 film directed by Steven Spielberg, 2012, 2009, directed by Roland Emmerich.
Right over here, Nathan, Marissa, JJ, and Hensley. Where do you see what's straight ahead in here? Right this way. Right in that building right there. I'll show you what's there in just a minute. JJ and Hensley will love it. Actually, I think you two would too.
A Night at the Roxbury in 1998, which was directed by John Pottenberry. Bean was a 1997 movie. Beverly Hills Cop 3, 1994. Black Eye, 1974. By the Sad Sea Waves, 1917. And Cellular in 2004. Just a few of the films that was filmed here on the Santa Monica Pier. Now, the 1941 was nominated for 3 Oscars, a comedy war movie about the Americans California prepared for Japanese invasion, the Pearl Harbor attack, and the Ferris wheel of the Pacific amusement park is frequently shown throughout the movie and even rolls into the ocean. Now, in the 1994 movie Forrest Gump, directed by Robert Zemeckis, which starred Tom Hanks, Robert Ryan, and Gary Sinise, winner of 6 Academy's Oscars. This is an odd story of a simple Alabama man with a low IQ and the adventure he takes through the Vietnam War to Watergate and even the invention of the smiling face. When the fear first appears, Forrest Gump is seen running a long distance when he stops at the Santa Monica Pier, looks out, and then decides to continue running.
Just right. There you go. JJ, Hensley, Marissa, and Nathan. Let's check more journey. We're going to walk straight down there.
Excuse me, got it, darling.
Jan Harmer Sporting Boating Cafes, the Santa Monica Pier Carousel.
The 1983 movie Rocky III takes place at the Santa Monica Pier with Sylvester Stallone. After reaching the height of his fame, the boxing champ finds himself stuck and encouraged by Apollo Creed, a former opponent. After working on Apollo's gym, Rocky and Apollo race on the sand at the Santa Monica Beach toward the pier. The carousel was built by Charles I.D. Loop, a famed carousel manufacturer who brought the first successful amusements to Santa Monica's North Beach. The carousel itself was built a few years later in 1922, featuring 44 hand-carved animals and an endless race to the tune of Calliope. Sadly, Loof himself never saw the carousel. He died in 1918, and the carousel was built while his family ran the pier in honor of his vision.
And what else? This is the seaside on the pier. Seafood, pizza, burgers, and rooftop lounge. Bubba Gumps. Kinds of great seafood, yellow bright.
That's like the biggest trick. How you're going to do it through.
Right over here, you guys can park right over here on the pier. To Cali. Historic California 66th Route End. Right here is where it ends. The historic Route 66 ends right in here. The Main Street of America, 66 to Cali, the original road trip. It starts at Chicago, Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Santa Monica. World famous Santa Monica Pier.
Forrest Gump, a 1994 film directed by Robert Zemeckis, which starred Tom Hanks, Robert Wright, and Gary Sinise.
The Aquarium of the Pacific Santa Monica Pier, Pacific Park.
It won 6 Oscars. A story of a simple Alabama man with a low IQ. The adventures took him through the Vietnam War to Watergate and even the invention of the smiley face. When the pier first appears, Forrest Gump is seen running a long distance when he
Dolphin.
stops at the Santa Monica Pier, looks out, and then decides to continue running.
Good morning from Hollywood Happening. This one is for Let's Check More Journey. Marissa, Nathan, Hensley, and JJ. And this is some things that they can see in Santa Monica. So to kind of show them some of the sights. Right over here, Pacific Park. Some of the roller coasters. We'll get a little closer for that for you. Gotta come here. Pier Burger. Ice cream. Don't think they're open yet. Could make a van out of that one. We have Pier Burger.
Now, the Santa Monica Pier first opened to the public on September 9, 1909. It took 16 months to construct the 1,600 foot-long concrete pier, which was then called the Santa Monica Municipal Pier. It was the first concrete pier on the West Coast at the time.
The arcade in there. Uh-oh, JJ. Well, almost says JJ, it says happy for JR. That should be JJ.
I am Zoltar, the great gypsy, and I can see your fortune. Come see it too.
Now, the Santa Monica Pier is one of the most film locations in Los Angeles and has starred in hundreds of movies, music videos, commercials, and TV shows. The pier offers storytellers a unique landscape with sweeping ocean views, wide sandy beaches, plus an amusement park and classic boardwalk midway.
Palisades Park. Pacific Park. Pacific Park Amusement.
Now, the landmark Santa Monica Pier debuted on September 9th of 1909, and the Pacific Park opened on May 26th of 1996, becoming the first amusement park on the pier since 1930. In the pier's beginning, it became an instant success and attracted thousands of visitors by its unique oceanfront view. The Santa Monica Pier and the Pacific Park together were with 8 million visitors each year. The world-famous Pacific Ferris wheel has...
Straight that way is Malibu. California is that way. Uh-oh, we're going to walk in the water.
been featured in more than 1,000 movies, television shows, and commercials, music videos, and ads, and social media posts.
Oh, darn, the phone keeps the phone. That's right, because I got out here early.
By May 2016, Pacific Park celebrated its 20th birthday in a big way with nearly a $1 million new Ferris wheel lighting package. Featured 174,000 LED lights and increased colors displayed on the Ferris wheels from the previous 8 to 16.7 million.
Pacific Park. They have the best California Dream.
Correction, Malibu Dream.
Best smoothie. Right here. Probably gonna go get me one too. Not the closed.
Color value combinations. It offers higher resolution, greater color depth, and faster frames per second display speed.
Opens today at 12 o'clock. There's a Ferris wheel. Scoops ice cream. Basketball. All kinds of funnel cakes. I'm here all the time. Photo booth. So it's the amusement park.
This site gives you a peaceful, easy feeling. Reminds me of a song by the Eagles. 'Cause I got a peaceful, easy feeling, and I know you won't let me down, 'cause I'm already standing on the ground.
Straight down that way. You can get to Dock Walla Beach where you guys could stay. It's straight down that way, Dock Walla Beach, and it's right on the beach. They do have nice indoor showers if you want to do an indoor shower. Full hookups. I think you could stay there as long as 3 weeks.
And I believe they have 10 sites up to 45 feet.
And the Ferris wheel at night is lit up in various colors. It's lighted in the evening. Cruise from Santa Monica Pier.
Now at the Santa Monica Pier, fishing is easy, and there are many species of fish, including sea bass and black croaker, that resides under the pier. You don't need a fishing license to drop in a line off the pier at the Santa Monica Pier Bait and Tackle Company. You can get gear, poles, baits, and tips from the locals.
No fishing between arrows. No jumping from the pier. We're going to walk right down here.
The Marvin Broad Bike Trail, aka the Strand, the paved bike path begins at Will Rogers State Beach near Pacific Palisades and travels south to Torrance Beach. Now, part one of the guide covers the bike path from Will Rogers State Beach to Marina Del Rey. Now you're ready for part two, which begins at Playa Del Rey, which is near Dock Walla Beach, travels through the beach cities of the South Bay, Manhattan, Hermosa, Redondo Beach, and ends at the Torrance Beach. By going a brisk pace without steps, it's possible to bike the entire path one way in less than 2 hours. But you could also easily take all the days, stopping at dozens of places along the way. Some of the more popular movies and TV shows tagged with keyword includes There Will Be Blood, Midway, SpongeBob SquarePants, Gilligan's Island, Underwater, The Blue Lagoon.
Take it away.
The Love Boat, Pearl Harbor, In the Heart of the Sea, The Meg, Finding Nemo, Unbroken, The Last Samurai, The Pacific Rim, Life of Pi, Fantasy Island, The Princess Diaries, Point Break, Adrift, Crimson Tide, Home Again, Return to the Blue Lagoon, Wild Hogs, Dead Man, The Bundys, Men of Honor, In Harris Way, Falling, Dead Calm, Black Sheep Squadron, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Flags of the Father, Sudden Impact, are just a few of the movies that was filmed.
Water's fun. Straight this way, you get into the Malibu homes.
You're looking into Malibu toward the Real Rogers State Beach, which is where the bike path begins, and you can ride it all the way down to the end, which would be the Torrance Beach. You could possibly do it in 2 hours, but the stops along the way, that it would be an all-day thing to do, that you would have to start out early, get done, stop along the way, check out all the beaches along the way, all the beautiful sights and sceneries.
Pigeons. Here's the harbor office. Out in the middle of the ocean almost. Now we're literally in the ocean. The Pacific Ocean. That place is a good place to eat at too. Myself. Santa Monica, California, Route 66, the end of 2,448 miles from Chicago all the way to Santa Monica. Chicago, Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Santa Monica. Tribute to Robert Walden, the last stop shop, the end of 2,448 miles. The Mother Road, America's Main Street. Yeah. back over there itself. Helipad. North, north, south, east, and west. Another day in paradise, Santa Monica Pier, established 2018 by the Mimi Gaudette.
Now, there are tours available from the Santa Monica Pier air and helicopter tours, ranging from the California Coastline Helicopter Tour to the Los Angeles Romantic Helicopter Tour with mountain landings, and Los Angeles Private and 1 hour sightseeing helicopter tour.
Recycle your fishing line here. Look, we're back up here. Caught any fish?
No. No. No hoping.
What can you use to catch?
It really doesn't matter. You only catch like over there you can catch halibut. Over here, mackerel and bass. Over here, smelt.
Okay.
And out there, bass, white croaker, black croaker, yellowtail. So, and then you go way out to sea. No telling.
Sharks. No.
But other than that, I really don't know. Yeah, that man lose that bait.
Oh,
Him.
you must be on camera.
That's all you lose that bait.
Hi, baby. You want to be on camera? Just no. Guess he changed his mind, Marissa. Looking from the ocean into the beach. Santa Monica Pier, dedicated an official Los Angeles historical landmark, May 1975, Los Angeles, California. Board of Supervisors James A. Hayes, Chairman Peter L. Schomburn, Kenneth Hahn, and Edmund P. Edelman and Baxter Weil. What did he drop? to be a red carpet.
Well, it's been longer than I texted the guy that I think I hung out with because I was like, matching and basically the same message that I sent you when what's your date? And obviously since I was but I sent him the message.
No,
There was a guy
Palisade Park, Pacific Park, I mean.
he actually
See a lot of television shows from Knox Landing,
it was great.
a lot
And I
of,
texted
a lot of
him
various
and
movies.
I messaged him.
Good vibes start here. Pretzels. Scene from Love Story. Malibu is this way. Remember, this is before the crowd gets there.